kick the tires, and light the fires. It's time for 777 Days with Jesus on the Overcomers Wisdom Sessions with the Son of Joy. You are a new creation, a new species, called out of that hopeless darkness of depression to a life of purpose. It is time to hope again.
And then I hear you say,
Remember to comment, like, share, subscribe, partner, and engage during our wisdom sessions. We love interacting with you, and our teams are always available to pray for you and answer your questions.
Shackled by the past, a failing heart and falling daily, with tears that never dry but don't remove the pain inside me. So when I lift my eyes and I look into the sky and I can hear you talking to me, and you say, hey, 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 hey.
Remember to comment, like, share, subscribe, partner, and engage during our wisdom sessions. We love interacting with you, and our teams are always available to pray for you and answer your questions.
777 Days with Jesus on the Overcomers Wisdom Sessions with the Son of Joy.
Come to these waters, drink from the river of life. Come to me now, don't you know I love you? Drink from these waters, drink from the river of life. A river of life, a river of life, a river.
And 77 Days with Jesus on the Overcomers Wisdom Sessions with the Son of Joy.
I suffered from crippling depression for more than 15 years. 15 years, friends. 15 years of this dark fog threatening to suffocate the life out of me every single day. 10 years of that time I was suicidal, longing for death, begging God to let me die. I was a believer, a pastor, a mentor, a giver, a servant. I did everything that I thought I was supposed to do. Still, I was drowning in hopelessness. You know what changed me? The words of Jesus. Not just the idea of Jesus or Jesus in vague messages that cover different topics in the Bible, but the actual words of Jesus himself. I've been listening to the words of Jesus for 3 hours a day, every day, since the 25th of September 2016. You can work out how many hours that is. It has completely changed my life. Sorrow lasted for a long night, but joy has come, dear friends. Thousands of hours listening to the words of Jesus, meditating upon them, letting them change me from the inside out. And then the letters came, dreams and visions from the friendly man to you and your children and your children's children. And that's what I want you to hear me share every single day. I want to share it with you every day. I want you to tune in daily and give Jesus your ear. For whoever has your ear has your heart, and whoever has your heart orders your steps. Your depression will flee. Your anxieties will flee. Your curses will break. Your bad luck will become good luck. Your sorrow will become joy. Your relationships will change. Your finances will change. Everything will change. Just keep listening every day, dear friends. Engage with us, comment, make new friends who love the words of Jesus with you. Your life is about to change, just like mine did. The words of Jesus are the key to everything. That's why I want you to join us for 777 Days with Jesus.
You are not a victim. You are not just a survivor. You are an overcomer. Join us daily on the Overcomers Wisdom Sessions for inspiration, motivation, and practical biblical wisdom.
Yo.
What up? Hello, everybody. Please write down, I love correction. I love instruction. Write it down. Say it out loud. Say it out loud. I love correction. I love instruction. You got to say it out loud. You got to fall in love with wisdom. Have an emotional relationship with wisdom herself. Like sing about wisdom like David sang about wisdom, like a lover, like in love with the spirit of wisdom, so that it draws from the omniscience of God. That spirit of, we're going to worship in spirit and in truth. And when you go into truth, you have this relationship with truth herself. The omniscience of God, the all-knowing nature of God. You reach in there and, when I worship, I do this, you see it a lot. A lot of people will rock, and the reason we rock gently, it's because you're being rocked almost. It's like you're in this atmosphere, and you just don't want to leave that atmosphere, and it feels like sometimes the Holy Spirit, sometimes the Father heart of God, sometimes the spirit of wisdom, the spirit of knowledge, understanding that hold you and rock you gently backwards and forwards. That's the place where I go to in meditation. And just continue to pursue wisdom, pursue correction, instruction. Just say, I am wrong. Just say it, man. Just say, I am wrong. The desire to be right is so dangerous to win arguments. You don't want to win arguments, friends. You want to win hearts. You want to win souls. You want to keep people safe. Today's instruction is just one of those things where let's get into it, and then I'm going to teach you something so powerful and so important about reading commands like this. Letter 60 of 777, to the men and women are as angels, laying down their lives for the generation that is to come. Is that you? That's me. Laying down our lives for the generation to come. Thanks, Donald. He says, don't forget to put the scriptures on the screen. Well done, Donald. That's it. That's Donald. Is that your new thing every day? I like it. Probably 50 people are going to put that. Don't forget to put that. If we love Jesus, we'll trust him. And to trust him is to do as he commands. We're going to seek first his kingdom. Command 30 says, go to offenders. Matthew chapter 18, verse 15 to 17. Boy, I tell you what, the judgmentals are going to love this one. They are going to love this one. The judgmentals. You're mental and you like to judge people. Here we go. It's Matthew chapter 18, verse 15 to 17. It says, if your brother or sister sins, go and point out their fault. Can you believe it says go and point out their fault? Just between the two of you. Please write that down. Just between the two of us. Just between the two of us. If they listen to you, you've won them over. What's the objective here? To win them over. But if they will not listen, take one or two others along, so that every matter may be established by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. If they still refuse, so what's the so the next thing is you take 2 or 3 witnesses, you try and win them over. All right? And if they still refuse to listen, tell it to the church. So then you take it to the authorities of the church, and the authorities will make it public. And if they refuse to listen even to the church, treat them as you would a pagan or a tax collector. How did Jesus deal with pagans or tax collectors? He went and ate food with them. He loved them. He died for them. But, obviously in this context, you kind of got to push them out a little bit and tell them, listen, you're a bit of a prodigal son right now. You need a season with the pigs. But let's go back to the top here. And when you read this first line, if your brother or sister sins, go and point out their fault. That is where that spirit of wickedness inside of you comes alive. That's where some people, they really come alive because they are so excited about that beam. That splinter in somebody else's eye. And they don't go there to win them over. They often go there because they are insulted themselves by that sin. But your goal is to save that person from the sin, so to go to them lovingly, kindly, with the objective of winning them over. And this is the thing with the gospel. I did a Facebook status update today. We have so many people coming
through this ministry that just cannot stay here because we tell them, you have to take care of the poor. I'm telling you, you can fight with me all day, but if you don't have compassion for the poor, you have had an encounter with the Holy Spirit, but you're not full of the Holy Spirit. Acts chapter 2, those who were full of the Holy Spirit made sure there was no lack among them. The judgment criteria, Matthew chapter 25, is Jesus does not separate himself from the poor. And I teach people this all the time, but they'll come here and they'll hear that gospel and they don't want to share the playground with poor kids. They don't want to share their money with people in poverty. They don't want to share their seats with people in poverty. They don't want to sit next to people in poverty because they want a gospel that lets them continue in their selfishness. Prophesy to me, lay hands on me, feed me the word, encourage me, strengthen me. But don't ask me to sacrifice my life. Don't ask me to lay down my life. And in the same way, we tell people, be kind to those who have got sin in their lives. Love them. Try and win them over. Be willing to die for them. Cover it. Make it just between you and that person. See, if they listen to you, you don't need to take it further. If that person is in the worst possible kind of sin, you're going to walk a journey with them. You're not going to expose them. Let's say they're falling for some secret sin and you caught them out, and then they fall again and they fall again and they fall again. As long as they're willing to walk with you, cover that sin. Don't tell everybody about it. Gossip, God hates gossip. He hates it. Don't tell me you're a believer if you gossip. You're not. You don't believe. You definitely don't believe in what Jesus teaches because you're interested in a gospel that suits you. You're not willing to forget yourself. You're not willing to lay yourself down. Your sin is far worse than any sin you point out because the moment you expose that person, you've ruined their lives. You think you're helping people when you expose them, but you're ruining their life. So you have to know with full compassion that the moment I make this decision, am I helping the person or am I destroying them? Many, many thousands of years ago, I was one of the district pastors in a very cool, large ministry, and I've served in many churches, and really blessed. We've been all over the world, and I think the lady, she was a serial adult. What's it? Is an adulterer if a lady just continuously sleeps with men, but anyway, married men specifically. It was in London, I think, and so many people were gossiping about this woman, and I said, has anybody actually spoken to her? Any of you? Because anybody that wanted to chat about this, I asked, have you spoken to this woman? Have you gone to this woman? I mean, she was very seductive, very, very, very seductive, very pretty lady. And I went to the senior pastor